What's up, everyone? Ricardo Horna here with The Scoop, and I am sitting next to the lovely Corinne Foxx for an exclusive interview. How are you, Corinne?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Excited for you to be here.
I'm excited to be here.
Yes, we are pumped to get to know you a little bit more. So before we get started, I'm honestly just curious. You're a Trojan, which is amazing. Yeah. Fight on. What is it like to be Corinne Foxx on campus? Like, what is a day in the life of Corinne Foxx on campus?
I think I'm probably more normal than the average person. I don't know, I try to keep super low key. So I work and then I have school too. So I go to work in the morning and then I normally come for night classes a lot. So I'm not on campus during the day a lot. But I mean, I'm like everyone else. I go in leggings and a hoodie and try to get in and out as fast as I can.
Very cool. So you're studying PR, correct? How is your major in PR going to affect your future career plans? Because you're graduating soon, so...
Well, I'm pursuing acting right now. So my whole PR thing's kind of on the back burner. If that works out, of course, I'll keep going with acting. But it's nice to graduate and have a backup plan in case, acting doesn't work out. Yeah. I graduated from USC, the best communication school ever. So
absolutely. So that's interesting. You go to school, you work. What are some things you like to do, outside of campus, outside of academics?
Oh God, a lot. I like to kayak. But I don't do it often because I'm so busy.
Right.
So that's kind of my little escape
to
do it. But I also volunteer downtown at a homeless shelter.
Amazing.
Me and my boyfriend do that together. So we're going next Friday. So I just try to give back if I can.
That's a perfect example, and I think of a perfect USC student. You work, you go to school, you volunteer, you have time for a regular life, and it's amazing. That's really awesome.
It's so busy. It's so hard to juggle everything, but I think everybody's doing the same. Everyone's juggling their own stuff. So mine's just a little bit a different version of that.
So speaking of things that might be a little different than everyone has had the opportunity to do, a couple weeks ago you were given the opportunity to serve as Miss Golden Globes, which I'm sure you've been asked about. It's all over the media. Which, by the way, you looked amazing.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And I don't say that to everyone.
I was nervous about my dress because it was low cut.
Right.
And I was like, my grandparents are going to kill me.
No.
They're going to call me Corinne, what are you wearing? But everything was good. But yeah, it was a crazy experience. It was so much fun. And I thought I'd be nervous because, millions of people are watching me, and then you look out in the crowd and oh, there's Brad Pitt, oh, there's Channing Tatum, oh, there's everybody in Hollywood looking at me, and I was completely chill. I was not nervous at all.
Well, you looked absolutely chill and relaxed. I have to go back to the dress for 2 seconds. That was beautiful. I remember looking at it and looking at how intricate the little birds were and the designs. I also know that you did a little video on YouTube. If you guys haven't seen, you have to check it out. But it's a video of you training with your dad to get ready for that. And that just made me think, what experiences have you had working with your dad? Whether it's something as small as a home video, or maybe even future projects that you're planning on working with him.
My dad would love to work with me forever. So that was our first time really acting together. I've worked in a project before with him. For just something personally he was directing and I was in it, but to be on camera with him for the first time, and that was such a crazy experience because he's a comedian. So he's just spitballing all these jokes and I can't I don't know how to jump in, and so I'm just sitting there trying not to laugh. And there's a couple of times I broke and I was I couldn't. He would just go on these crazy tangents. But I think he wants to direct me and
oh, that's amazing.
Would love to do that in the future.
How does he inspire you or motivate you as a father?
I mean, I've always seen my dad, he's super passionate about what he does. He loves his job. And so for me growing up, to see somebody love to go to work every day, I've always aspired to find whatever career I do to model after him. He's just so passionate, gets so riled up, loves what he does. And I'm I want a job like that. I want to do that. And also, my dad is they always call him the good time dad. He's just always funny and wants to take us to Disneyland, and he's just such a character. So growing up with him in the house is just I'm always laughing.
In terms of what's coming up in the future, you obviously had an amazing opportunity a couple weeks ago, but I'm curious what do you see yourself doing in the next year? Any projects that you're working on?
Well, the Golden Globes is kind of a good launch for me because I'm about to graduate in May, so I'm I want to
start pursuing. That's amazing.
So I want to start pursuing acting, and so it was a really good way for me to get my name out there and show myself as a young woman. And so hopefully in the next year I can land a really cool movie or a cool TV show. that'd be the goal.
I mean, you're perfectly placed. I know that you're probably working really hard, and to have a degree from USC is not an easy feat at all.
No, it's not.
One last question for you before we wrap up. Obviously, being at USC, we have a very talented student body. Dare I say, a little more talented than maybe a school on the other side of town.
Yeah.
But with so much talent here, do you have any tips or advice for any students that are, you know, thinking about breaking into the industry, whether it's acting or just like entertainment in general?
My advice is that be prepared for a lot of rejection. Anybody who's in this industry, you know, you're faced with so many rejection, you know, no. And I think it's easy to get discouraged. And to, you know, if you really believe in yourself as an artist or as an entertainer, you know, understand that there's going to be no's, but when that yes comes, it's going to be all be worth it.
This is a wrap. Great night with Corinne, and this is Ricardo Horna with The Scoop.